Welcome back. This is Wisconsin Shoe Guy. Today we're going to take a look at a pair of shoes from Urn Shoemaker. And these are really, really nice hand-welted shoes that are available at a very affordable price. These run about 400 bucks. They're hand-welted, they're hand-stitched. If you look at the stitch density on this, it's about 8 stitches per inch, which is very nice. Now they do have other shoes from Urn that can come in at a higher stitch density. And it just so happens that I have a pair here. And so you can see that. And that is a little bit higher. Try to keep it in focus there. You can see that. Also hand stitched. And this is actually a rubber sole, so even more exciting. But as we talk about these, the first thing you'll notice is this spanking new patina. And this is not something that's available on their site. This is something that I custom ordered. They had a picture of a different shoe in this patina, and I liked it so much that I asked them to do it. Now, since I bought them, I've taken the shine down about 20 notches on these because I really think that they needed the conditioning, and you'll see that there's a lot of creasing here. But this particular type of micro creasing is not what I would consider normal. This is, your shoes are too small, Wisconsin Shoe Guy. That's what that means to me. They are tight. So when you're looking at sizing for these particular shoes, if you normally take a 9.5, you probably need a 10, because these are 9.5s and I need a 10. Now, what they did for me on my second pair was they took the sizing info that I had on this, they took my measurements, and they actually adjusted the last and everything like that so that it would fit better, and they're great. But for these, I'm kind of squeezing my foot in. Now, I have put larger trees in, half vinegar, half water, stretch them out a little bit, but didn't really do a lot there because of the narrowness of the toes. It's hard to do that without, really ruining the shape, which I didn't want to do. So mostly I just wore them, and that's how I get this wear here. And you can see it wears up here and over there. I mean, there's all over the place, and it's fine. A lot of guys like their shoes as tight as these are. I just don't. So, but I love the way they look. I can wear them easily for 2-3 hours. But these are not going to be something that I, go on the road with. They're just not going to last all day. So, but you can see I've given them the good old college try. Definitely worn down the sole a little bit, and will continue to wear them in my rotation. Just not taking these on trips. So, in any case, they are an interesting pair of shoes. So, we talked a little bit about the wear, but let's talk about the leather, right? How could you have a shoe that's this handmade, that's that inexpensive? And $400 is not inexpensive for a pair of shoes, but it is inexpensive for a pair of shoes that are handmade. And these are, made in China. So let's talk a little bit about the leather. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the tree out, and we're gonna look here. We have the sock lining. They have suede in the back. Then they have this, and I chose the blue. Because they are MTO, and the blue leather is not super soft. This feels like box calf, which doesn't have that beautiful veg tan soft feel of like a Vigano, and it's just not quite. It's not quite as soft as I would like. So like if you've heard my videos on before, like Crockett and Jones, my gosh, they're like butter. These are not. Right now, what about the uppers? The uppers are pretty high quality. You could see that even the creasing from being too tight, it is micro creasing, and that's okay. The way that they move, is all fine. It's not anything bad. But again, the lining is what's up against your foot, and also what has to absorb the cup of water you perspire every day in each foot. And these just don't seem like they're as good at that as one of my high-end shoes. Now, are they as good as my $400 shoes? Yeah, right? But because they're handmade and hand stitched, you start comparing them to the the much higher end, and they really don't measure up. So there is a reason why they're less money, but they are very well made, well designed. The way that they do this U-thread on here is just absolutely gorgeous. I like the cap toe proportions. I like the fact that the heels go over the, or the heel caps here, or the counters go over the heels. It goes more on the outside. That's typical of the higher end. And so, if you look at it and you say proportionately, how is it doing? How are the eyelets are designed really well. The construction is good. There really isn't any fault to them. Would I like a closer, better fudging? Yeah, I mean, I like the really, really razor thin fudging, and this is large, but it hides the stitches pretty darn well. And here you can see that they've got some transition here on the waist. You can see that they've done a lot of handwork here. You can see on the bevel how that's set up. So really, really nicely done. Big heel top lift. Not too shabby. Everything about it is really good. They did the plates super flush. So all in all, it is a very solid pair of shoes. I just wish that I'd ordered half a size bigger and I could have absolutely nothing to say about them. So that is my review. As it stands today, I will report back after a few more wears. Let me know what you think in the comments below.